So this one may piss some people off, and I don't know if it will or not. I don't know but I want to talk about this for a second, and I'm kind of looking for comments or whatever it is. Talk to me because the people who are on here now, I want to hear from you because I want to know your opinions and your feelings on this. So I've seen a whole bunch of posts, and anybody who knows me knows that I don't like negative stuff. I don't like any negative talk. I just don't like hearing negative stuff. I like positive. I like fixing things. I like making things better. Whatever that is. I don't like negative stuff. So I keep seeing these posts and memes and stuff like that about the Olympics. And people are talking about, and I understand why they're saying this, and I understand why they're questioning this. So my understanding is that this is the lowest viewed, watched, searched, looked up Olympics in recent recordable history, period. That viewership is so down that search words, that online searches, Google searches, and so forth is so far down that everything about this Olympics is down. And there's a lot of people talking about, the reasons why and what's going on and things like that. And I just want this is what I think, and this is what I feel, and I just want to hear from some of you guys out there. So here's my opinion on it, or at least part of it. There's a number of things. I think sports in general, because they've decided to take a political stance, is hurting just as a whole in general, and not only that the sports, but their associations, and then even the paraphernalia, the shoes, things like this. I think that's part of what's hurting it. But here's something that I think this is my opinion that is really causing issue. So yeah, avoid those posts. Nothing good comes out of them, period. Just my opinion. I'm with you on that. But Billy, talk to me about this. So you and I are about the same age. In our history, in our lifespan that we've been around, we have always, in my opinion, in a good way, put these Olympic athletes, these people that are representing our country, we've always kind of put them up on a pedestal. And I'm not saying that in a bad way at all, because these guys, they work their ass off to become the very best in their field, no ifs, ands, or buts. And for years, especially 70s and 80s and 90s, and even somewhat recently, we still have done this. And they go on all the talk show circuits, and they're on boxes of cereal, and it's something for us to emulate. It's something for us to strive towards, to think about. And even if I can never be as good of a swimmer as Michael Phelps, or as amazing as a gymnast as Simone, at least I can try. In my opinion, it gave us energy. It gave us a direction. It gave us something that we could emulate or work towards, regardless if I knew that I could not quit my job at 53 years of age and become the next Michael Phelps. But we've always been proud of these people and backed them with everything we had. I mean, I remember the Carl Lewis's and the Usain Bolts, and I know that he's not representing this country, but these guys, these people were always something. It was something that we talked about. It was water fountain conversation. And now it appears that we spend more time bad-mouthing and talking about people, and we are promoting and emulating these people that, so-and-so got their feelings hurt, so we're going to prop them up. and so and so is about their cause, about blah blah blah, and the something that's in the chemicals in the tires, and instead of us as a whole, as a country, pushing and emulating and praising without going overboard. And I don't want anybody to say, oh, we only praise God, blah blah blah. No, no, no. We praise humans. We give them kudos. We pat them on the back. We want to be better. All humans, I think, want to be better. And now, man, it's like all that's on anything. I don't even watch the news anymore. It's just gotten so freaking ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. But we spend more time talking about people that don't matter, reality TV stars, and crap like that. And I'm using the term very loosely, so-called journalists. We'll spend more time talking about a freaking so-called garbage journalist that's just trying to get ratings or whatever it is. Then we talk about, the people who are representing our country in the World Games. And it wasn't like that. This is the first time I ever remember seeing this so dramatic in my lifetime that it's really kind of disappointing. It's disheartening for me that it's happened like this. I cannot believe that we've turned into that society that would rather talk about blah 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 of the Real Housewives or whatever brave journalist or any of those things than we would the positive role models and the positive figures. It's a shame, and I think that's part of the core of what's been happening and what we've been seeing is that it's the wrong people getting the attention. It's the wrong people that are now being sought after, looked at, idolized, commended, whatever word you want to think about for that. And I don't know exactly how we overcome it. And I don't think that just by me watching the Olympics every night when I go home, from the office at 7:30, 8 o'clock is going to change that. But what I do think may help is more of a positive influence, more positive messages, stomping out the negative shit that gets thrown in our face and that we have to hear and listen to, and more of the compass pointing in the right direction kind of thing. I find it very distasteful, the people that we call brave these days, instead of the people that you want to see brave go to a VA hospital. You want to see brave go down to a recruiting station. You want to see brave go talk to somebody who actually did something in this world, did something in this lifetime. Saw this stat the other day that kind of just blew my mind. It just I actually researched it for 20 or 30 minutes afterwards just to see if it was accurate. So I remember all of the time that we spent on the news and we spent in the public eye arguing and fighting about minimum wage and how minimum wage needs to be raised to $15 an hour, and on and on and on about this, and how much advertising dollars and just and then the flip side of what happens when you do that is, like you've seen in a lot of these I hate calling them fast food restaurants because they're not really a restaurant. These just stopping places to get something to put in your gut. They've done away with the counter people, and now it's an automated system, and I can go up and I don't have to talk to a human being and argue whether it's 10:31 to get breakfast or whatever that is. They've done away with them. And then I was reading what the stat was, and when I saw it, it kind of blew my mind. And in the research that I did, that I found, when it actually came right down to it, the amount of workers in the U.S. that actually have a job, that are in the workforce work pool, that are paid minimum wage, is, I saw two stats. Both of them kind of stood out. The closest I could find is 2020. It was 1.5% of American workers are minimum wage. And the other one I found was from 2017, I believe, and it said that it was down to 1.98%, down from 2.37% in 2006 or something like that. And yeah, granted, people need other people to help and stand up for them, but how much time did we waste in our life for something that isn't even really there? Anyway, so that's kind of my feelings and thoughts on the Olympics and why it's down like it is. I think that and it's a disservice to our children. It's a disservice to our communities. It's a disservice to these men and women that work their ass off to represent this country. And I'm only talking about the ones that represent the country, not the ones that want to make it about them, because it's not about them. It's about the Olympics, and it's about the U.S. So anyway, I'm sure I'll get some hate email and somebody will say something negative on this or whatever, but especially the people that are commenting and stuff right now, I know that they'll do it. I think it's kind of our job to be positive every day and to put a positive spin on things. But anyway, I'm going to cut it off here. But I really would like to know your thoughts. And even if, as long as they're constructive and you disagree, I'm all for, man, I'd love to have a conversation about it. I'd love to hear some other input, what other people think, what other people say and feel on this. But that's truly, just looking at this from a 30,000 foot view, is that we just don't do a good enough job, or we're letting the lowest common denominator dictate what the greatest majority, the silent majority, feels and thinks. And that's a damn shame. We've got to figure out a way to stop that. Anyway, positive note. Appreciate you guys. Hope to see you at one of my events coming up. Let me help you. Let me teach you something. Let me show you how to gain more business. Got a really cool one. I'm going to put this out later too. I got one of the greatest compliments that I've ever gotten before. And it was really, really neat. I want to see if I can find it real quick and just share it with you guys, because it just did my heart good. I actually had somebody reach out to me. They're not happy where they're at. They're not happy with their company, because their company is doing things that are just not right. And this person sent me this message, and this is what it says. Thank God you taught me to build my own brand so it doesn't matter where life takes me. And when I saw that and heard that message, and I know very much who it came from. I know what this person, where they were, where they're at now. And not only that, in the short period of time, the confidence builder that it gave them when they double, quadruple, 10 times their business in a short amount of time, and they realized that they did it because of them, not because of the name above the door when they walk in. It just did really good things for me. So I'm going to start posting that one a little bit more. If there's anything I can ever do for you guys, let me know. Would love to help you. If you ever want to come to one of my events, you're always welcome. I will always save a seat for you. Even if it's sold out, we'll figure out a place. You can have my seat, and I'll do it out in the hallway, whatever it is. But appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you later.